Welcome, everyone. We're so glad to have you here today with us for our ceremony of Thanksgiving for our anatomical donors. I'm Dr. Lou Ann Woodward. I'm the Vice Chancellor of the Medical Center, and we are honored to have you with us today. This is an opportunity for us to express our deep gratitude to those who have made a gift of their bodies, a gift that will enrich the lives of future generations through what they teach our healthcare professionals that will take care of patients for many years to come. Our anatomical donor program is based in the Department of Neurobiology and Anatomical Sciences. Dr. Al Sinning runs that program. Dr. Sinning, if you will wave, yes, you'll hear from him in just a little bit, to make certain that the donors and their families are treated with the utmost respect and dignity. We are especially pleased to have you, the families, here with us today. We acknowledge the thoughtfulness of the individuals who made the decisions to donate their bodies, but we know that that is not always an easy decision for the family members to live with. And we thank you for carrying out the wishes at a time of great personal loss of your own. 4 of our students, on behalf of their classmates, will express what these anatomical donors have meant to them in the pursuit of their education. First to speak from the School of Health-Related Professions is Mishako Moore, a first-year student in occupational therapy, Stephen Salone, a first-year student in physical therapy. Then for the School of Dentistry, first-year student Caitlin Allen, and finally, representing the School of Medicine, first-year student Peyton Thigpen.
Tell me where Good afternoon. My name is Mishiko Moore, and I am the president of the Occupational Therapy class of 2020. It is an honor and a privilege to be standing before you all today. I made several attempts at conjuring the perfect speech for this event, only to find that no words can accurately express the amount of gratitude we have in our hearts for your loved one's last invaluable gift on this earth, themselves. The donation of the human body to science is an act that merits someone who has a brave and selfless heart that is dedicated to service and has an appreciation for learning. I did not have to know your loved one personally during their lifetime on this earth to know that they possess these qualities. In our studies, your family members and loved ones have been our strongest mentors, teaching us lessons that we will carry with us far beyond the classroom, lessons that we as students will never forget. We came to school to become occupational therapists, and when we leave here, we will be occupational therapists. Because of this unique educational opportunity, we will have more compassion, more appreciation, and more understanding of what it truly means to serve others. I could stand here all day and reflect on how much this experience has shaped and molded my classmates and me, and it would not be enough. And I could say thank you a million times, and it would still not be enough, because there really is no perfect way to articulate the meaning of such an unparalleled, altruistic act. That through your loved one's death, we gained a special skill set that will transcend into the lives of our patients. On behalf of the Occupational Therapy class of 2020, thank you.
I'd like to thank and welcome the families of those in whose memory we gather today. My name is Stephen Salone, and I'm here to speak on behalf of the Doctor of Physical Therapy class of 2020. I was asked to relay our class's experiences, thoughts, and gratitude for what your loved ones provided us. Physical therapy is a movement science, and this unique and life-altering experience helped us form the basis of what our practice is built around, the human body. Your loved ones were not only our first patients, but also our first instructors here at the University of Mississippi Medical Center. Without a word being spoken, we learned so much essential information from them, along with the help of our professor and contributing faculty. There is no doubt in my mind that we will refer back to this time throughout our professional careers. Every time we evaluate and treat a patient, we will reference that anatomy we learned in that first summer. We knew nothing personal about any of them, but yet we knew one thing about all of them: they were givers. Beyond the anatomy that we learned from them, they taught us bravery, altruism, and trust. Your loved one's donation was the ultimate gift to our profession, and it is unmatched. We will always be indebted to them, as they have impacted our lives forever. What they have done is truly inspiring, and they have taught us that you can always give more. The faith that took your loved ones to donate their body to give us the needed hands-on experience does not go unnoticed. We are humbled and grateful for their belief in us and their wish to educate future healthcare professionals for the betterment of all who will need our care and skills in the near future. We promise to uphold their memory and use the information they taught us to strengthen our knowledge of the intricate human body to improve the quality of life of our future patients. They saw us on our first day of physical therapy school as nervous students and helped us to leave that summer as confident individuals because of what we learned from them. They guided us as we began the molding process of becoming refined healthcare professionals. So, from the Doctor of Physical Therapy class of 2020, I would like to say thank you one more time to our first teachers here at the University of Mississippi Medical Center, who selflessly offer their bodies for our educational benefit, and to you all here today, who loved and supported their wishes as we come together to honor their memory. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, fellow students, and honored guests. My name is Caitlin Allen, and I'm the president of the School of Dentistry class of 2021. I stand here today in an effort to express the overwhelming gratitude we have for your loved one's contribution to our education. We are gathered here to celebrate their lives and commemorate the incredible contribution they made to medical research. Such a significant decision takes great courage, and we are humbled to have the opportunity to learn from them. For centuries, man has worked diligently to acquire a better understanding of the human body, to grasp the intricate functions and the minute details required for daily life. Although many advances in medicine and technology have fostered the generation of countless textbooks, diagrams, and now software applications available to students, only the study of a human body has the ability to provide the educational scaffolding necessary for the development of knowledgeable health professionals. People learn in 3 ways: by listening, by seeing, and by experiencing, with the latter being the greatest of these. Through the donation of their bodies, your loved ones gave us an opportunity to not only learn the basic human anatomy critical to our professional development and success, but also gain a greater appreciation for the individuality of each person. They have equipped us with knowledge gained through experience that far surpasses that of a textbook, lecture, or software application. One can only be overwhelmed with appreciation and thanksgiving when given a gift of such magnitude and sincerity. We are now prepared to go confidently into the next chapter of our education with the knowledge bestowed, and for this we are immensely grateful. Without their selfless donations, the healthcare professionals of tomorrow would lack the fundamental knowledge for their respective careers. It has been a privilege to learn from each of them, and the impact they have made upon our lives and future patient lives will always be remembered. We sincerely thank each of you on behalf of the University of Mississippi Medical Center School of Dentistry and Class of 2021 for the support of your loved one's decision to play a vital role in our education and the development into dental professionals. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome. On behalf of the School of Medicine, I'd like to thank everyone for being here today, especially the families and friends of those who have given the science of medicine such an invaluable gift. We're here to honor those selfless people who forever left their mark on the medical community and therefore the people of Mississippi forever. So first, please accept our deepest thanks, all of you, you who called them mom, dad, brother, sister, friend. I'm amazed by the foresight that these people had in their lives. Their thoughtfulness and desire to make a lasting impact on the world is really inspiring. Their decision to become an aspiring physician's first patient, a decision I'm sure many of you were a part of, provided my classmates and I with a unique learning opportunity not provided by textbooks and lectures. Their selfless gift will continue to improve life for the people that come after them for many years. While we do gather here to honor the gift they've given the world after they've moved on, we also want to recognize the value of their lives while they were here. As students, we don't know their stories, but you, their friends and families, each have lifetimes of stories. Stories of how they made your favorite food when you needed comfort, and stories of how they would always make you laugh, and stories of sadness and joy. It's important that you don't overlook your own role in this sacrament. You're here as an enduring symbol of each of these unique individuals with immense generosity. You are a real visual reminder of our purpose as future healthcare providers, that we are not just to learn about the human body and its various ailments, but to learn to treat a whole person and to help them return to their family and friends. You are an essential part of their ongoing story, which is why we are so grateful for you coming here today. Thank you for allowing us to honor your cherished people with you, those of you who know their stories and those of you who know all of those things that made them so special. We appreciate the opportunity you have given us to say thank you, both to you and to those whom we remember. So again, on the behalf of the School of Medicine, we humbly thank you for being here and for your loved one's generous gift to my classmates and to the state of Mississippi. Thank you.
In my heart's sequestered chambers, thy troops stripped of
weary summons have heard voices,
and my soul finds primal eloquence and wraps me in song, wraps me in song. If you would comfort me, sing me a lullaby. If you would win my heart, sing me a love song. If you would mourn me and bring me to God, sing me a requiem, sing me to heaven.
touch in me all love and passion, pain and pleasure.
Touch in me, grief and comfort, love and passion, pain and pleasure. Sing me a lullaby, a love song, a requiem. Love me, comfort me, bring me to God. Sing me a love song, sing me to heaven.
Thank you, students, for your wonderful comments, for the wonderful songs, and the beautiful violin music. Our students are very happy to be able to be a part of this ceremony and express their appreciation to you. And I think if I can summarize sort of what I heard them say, I think it is safe for you as you remember your loved one and think about their lives and what they would have called themselves, whatever occupation that might have been or whatever life's calling that might have been. I think all of our students would agree that you can add to that list now, teacher, for all of them. The remains of our body donors are either returned to the families or buried here. We have placed a monument in this cemetery in their perpetual memory. It is inscribed with these words of native Mississippian and physician poet John Stone, and I read, "By their extraordinary gifts, these dead have taught the living how to touch. Through them, we touch the body of the world." To more formally express our deep gratitude for those who rest here, it is my pleasure to call forward Jeffrey Murphy, our hospital chaplain.
We have heard many beautiful words today and beautiful music, but I have to confess I've also been listening to the song of the birds in the background, and it occurs to me that God has already blessed this day and these gifts beyond any words I could add today. But I do offer a word of blessing and thanksgiving. Let us bow our heads in prayer. Oh God, in the season of new life and in this place of natural beauty, We give you thanks for the promise and hope of rebirth. Even as we remember today those who have passed on, we celebrate their memory and their generosity. Through their gifts, student healers will learn to bring life, hope, and comfort to others. We remember that your servants throughout the ages taught us to give of ourselves. Through these gifts celebrated today, we learn something of your nature. Bless the gifts of these donors so that others may learn and others may receive comfort and healing. We pray for the families and loved ones of these donors. Grant them comfort during their time of grieving, and bless the students who will learn through the gifts of these donors. Open their minds and hearts as they develop their skills. We pray for your blessing on the service today and our fellowship today, even as we especially remember these donors. May we always keep their memories alive and honor their generosity. In your name we pray. Amen. And may God continue to bless these gifts and these hallowed grounds.
Thank you. Dr. Michael Lehman, Professor and Chair of the Department of Neurobiology and Anatomical Sciences, will come forward and say a few words, and then you'll hear from Dr. Al Sinning. He will read each of the names of those that we honor today. We call this the roll call of heroes, those who saw beyond their own mortality to enrich the lives of future generations to come.
Good afternoon, families. My name is Dr. Mike Lehman. I'm the chair and professor of the Department of Neurobiology and Anatomical Sciences here at the University of Mississippi Medical Center. We are the department that administers the anatomical donation program for UMMC. We recognize that this is an important occasion for families, for friends of the donors, but it's also very important for us, the faculty and students, to be here to show you just how important the donation that your loved ones made is, and how grateful we are to them for their gift. The donors have done a wonderful altruistic thing, giving their bodies so that others might learn from them without asking for anything in return. They have allowed our students, the next generation of doctors, dentists, physical therapists, occupational therapists, to learn from these bodies, to see the structure of the human body in a way that's just not possible with a computer or textbook or any of the innovations that currently exist. The donors have really been some of our most important teachers, and as Dr. Woodward said, whatever their occupation in life was, you can add the word teacher to that. You should rightly think of them as honorary professors, and I hope that you can take some comfort and pride from this, the last of their achievements. On behalf of my colleagues and the University of Mississippi Medical Center, I thank you again for your support and the support of your loved ones and for their lasting contribution. Thank you.
We remember today Edward Isaac Ackle, Glenda Nell Pegram Ainsworth, Richard Harold Alley Jr., Dewey Lewis Allen Jr., James Wade Allen, Mary Nell Allen, Curtis Edward Armstrong, Farron Ulysses Baker Sr., Charles Gary Barmer, Robert B. Barnard, Dora Lula Benedict, Deborah Lynn Birch, Michael Lloyd Blackwell, Ross Collins Blakeney, Joseph F. Boardman, George Harold Bowers, Molly Bridgeforth, Eva Nell Connor Brister, Mary Ann Arlene Brodus, Bonnie Jean Brockman, Dawn A. Brown, Geraldine Hayes Brown, William Jerome Brunel, Charles Andrew Bryant, Trudy Carlene Dansbury Berg, Greta Joy Burns, Mervyn W. Butler, Janine Deanne Butts, Julia Ann Cashin, Diane W. Casto, Robert Bostick Childers, Aaron Bascom Coleman, Andrew O. Coleman, Willie Murray Collum, Francis Marie Brian Connerly, James Donald Cooper, Norman Bernard Corey, Claude Thomas Curtis, Patsy Lott Daniel, Sandra Lynn Darden, Joe L. Davidson, Connie Van Landingham Davis, Douglas Clinton Davis, Francis Davis, Ruth Elliott Davis, Shirley Henrietta DeYoung, Dorothy D. Benedito, Jacob Joseph Killenkoffer, Marvin L. Jack Douglas, Sidney Silas Dubard, Eugene Casper Eber, Francis Price Emerson, Cola O. Emmons, Doris Arlene Clark Estes, Zenobia Gill Fall, James Paul Farrell, Delbert Earl Fincher Jr., Robert C. Finnemore, Joe Howard Foster, Deborah Lou Fowler, Sue Alice Fox, Ivan Sward Furby, Rory Thomas Galen, Robert A. Geary III, William Ovilla Gingle, Ruth Gober, Mark Anthony Goins, Linda Jane Goodman, Kay Edwin Graham, Shirley Ann Graves, Marshala Ann Gregory, Nettie Laverne Stringer Goyne, Vivian Laval Hannah, Wallace T. Harden, Albert Lester Hardy, D.S. Harrell, Robert Frank Harris, Ellis Tobias Hart, Richard Wayne Hartone, Sister Carmen Edith Hartwick, Billie Jean Hawkins, Mellie Wendell Golden Hawkins, Thomas Allen Helms, Rita Lee Henderson, Vera Thomas Herbison, Adina Holmes. Stephen Paul Hostetler. Fred D. Howell. Bertha D. Hull. Nina V. Jensen. Alice Faye Johnston. Anthony Brian Jones. Charles Anthony Jones. Dale Kennedy. Robert Earl King. Carl Aubrey Kirkland Sr. Rebecca Knight. Elizabeth Kolatar. Edvig Elizabeth Seatoon Hollingsworth Knott. Ernest Louis Lafon, Jr. Rosemary Libertini Lane. Henry Grady Langley, Jr. Samuel Lynn Langley. Ann P. Latham. Harold Bozeman Lee. Paul Edward Lee. Michael Kelly Lenderman. Hazel May Lewis. David H. Lindsay. Mary Joanne Smith Lindsay. Constance Croak Lotz. Robert Edwin Macy. Jack Garrison Mayo. Eva May Mallett. Florence Elizabeth Marr. William James Martin Sr. Vicki Marcella Maudlin. Mary Gay Silveria Maxwell. Colin Crombie McAney. Brenda Ann McKenzie. Cynthia K. McConnell. Linda Jane Swaim McLean. Phyllis Slack McLean. John Muriel McRae. James Crook Moore, Jr. Mary Alice Denton Moreland. Lawrence Leon Morgan. Bobby Mortimer. Cecilia Reiser Mullins. Lyle Egnar Nelson. Judith Elaine Norcross. Janet Norley. Hannon Crawford Odom, Jr. Nancy Lynn Odom. Charles Davis Pace. Stephen Michael Parcell. Imogene Long Penn. Delton Porter. Michael L. Pickens. Tommy Joe Powell. Juanita S. Price. Clyde Larkin Pritchard, Sr. Henry A. Reed, Jr. Morris Clayton Richardson. Demetria Ann Riley. James Douglas Rose, Jr. William Norvell Rushing. Joanne Sanders. Autrey Jean Sanford. Billy Gaines Sanderson. Nancy C. Schulte. David Charles Seymour. Dr. William L. Bill Shaw, Jr. Dorothy B. Sheffield. Houston Little Shelton, Jr. Becky Chappell Smith. Henry David Smith. Wilson Stacy Smith. Keith L. Schneider. Donald Joseph Solini. Martha Nell Sow. James Lamar Spencer. Lorraine Marilyn Steinberg. Ruby Nell Sterling. Sally Beatrice Eldridge Stewart. James W. Tatum, Sr. Ralph Roscoe Tedder. John William Thomas, Jr. Sam Arthur Thomas. Shirley Thompson. Kane Stephen Troutman, Sr. Patricia Dyer Tooley. James Walter Turner, Sr. Eunice Gretchen Van Loon. Dr. Larry Van Dyke. Louis H. Volm. Paula D. Walton. John Odell Watkins. Vida Wilson Watkins. Nick Allen Webb. Ernest Sheldon Welch. Peggy Irene Welch. Marie T. Westman. Dudley Seth Wheatley, Jr. Earl Clifford Whitmore, Jr. Betty Faye Gleason Williams. Melvin Kelly Wilson. Sharon Gale Wernos. And all those before them who gave their bodies in the service of humankind.
Grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sinning. And friends and family, thank you. Please know that through this last wonderful gift, your family member lives on. Isn't that magnificent? Thank you all. So glad that you could join us today. This concludes our ceremony, and we hope that you'll join us in the Student Union and have an opportunity. We have a reception there for you to have an opportunity to visit with some of our students. Thank you very much.